Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Pavan, an Olympian and beach volleyball world champion and a longtime professional indoor volleyball player. Now, in these videos, I rarely compare indoor and beach volleyball. I usually talk about one or the other, but today we are going to talk about one of the big differences between the two sports, and that is the pass. Now, the technique on how to pass in indoor and beach is very similar, but two big things about what make a perfect pass are different, and that is the pass location and the pass trajectory. So today we are going to talk about those two things in indoor and beach volleyball to see how they're different. Okay, to start, we are going to talk about what makes a perfect pass in indoor versus beach. So in indoor, if you've watched my previous video on the rotations, you know that along the front of the court by the net, we have the opposite, which is position 2, the middle, which is position 3, and the left side, position 4. So in North America, that's how we label them, and we put the setter at position 2.5. So what does that mean? It means it is directly in between the right side and the middle. 2, 3, 2.5. Got it. So a perfect pass in indoor is right at the net at the 2.5 location. This allows the setter to be right near the net, to have 3 hitters in the front row and have an equal probability and an equally easy time to set all 3 of them. The back row is easily accessible as well. The blockers on the other side of the net have to stay where they are because they can't cheat one way or another. It just really allows us to run an efficient, fast offense while keeping the other team on their toes. In beach volleyball, on the other hand, we only have 2 players. So passing the ball right to the net in between all the hitters is great when we have 6 players on the court, but when there's only 2, all of the players have to do everything. Either player could be the target on serve receive, which means that either player could also be the setter. We need to make sure that we make it as easy as possible to transition from the serve receive position to the setting position. And for that reason, we want to make sure that we pass the ball in the middle of the court. Also, because we're making that transition and we have our setter starting in serve receive and running towards the net, it's definitely helpful to keep the ball a little bit off the net. So I recommend keeping the ball 3 to 5 feet off the net in the middle of the court. This allows the setter a lot of time to get there, a comfortable position to be able to transition between the 2 skills, and it allows everything to come close together to make the movement between the 2 players easy. So, to summarize, great pass indoor is at the 2.5 location right at the net, a great pass on the beach. And again, this changes when you get to the higher levels. It's easier to run plays because the ball control is very good. But at a beginner level, a great pass on the beach, 3 to 5 feet off the net and in the middle of the court. The second thing that we're going to talk about, and the second major difference in a great pass on indoor volleyball versus the beach, is the trajectory of the pass. In indoor, because there are so many people on the court, there are big double blocks forming. The hitters have a harder time moving the ball around the block, scoring against a well-formed defense. We want the pass to be flat and moving with tempo. We almost want to think of it as like moving on an upward trajectory as it hits the setter's hand. So if it goes over, the setter misses the ball, it'll almost go over the net. We want it to be nice and quick, moving with pace. Like I said, this helps the setter run a quick offense. It helps the hitters, beat the block, hit around the defense, and it really keeps the opposite defensive team off balance. In beach, however, Mother Nature plays a big role. So if we're passing the ball quick, the wind could grab it, the surface is uneven, so it's really tough to get there. And again, it comes down to that and just having two players on the court. We want to make it as easy for our partner as possible to be able to give us a great set. So we want the pass on the beach to be more soft and have more of an up and down trajectory. We want it to hit a peak and then come down, as opposed to going flat on an upward angle indoor. Very different passing styles with the very same technique. It can be a little bit to get used to if you're switching between the two, but both are great passes, both are completely different sports. So remember, indoor, pass to position 2.5, right at the net with a nice quick upward trajectory, and on the beach, pass 3 to 5 feet off the net in the middle of the court with a nice, slow, up and down, soft pass. Okay, you guys, I hope you found that helpful, outlining the differences between a perfect pass indoor and a perfect pass on the beach. If you have any questions, please be sure to let me know in the comments below. And until then, I would love it if you would like this video, subscribe to this channel, and stay tuned for more volleyball related content. Thanks.